this is your big chance. I'm on the 2nd and 5th Wednesday of the month from 7:30 to 8:30 at night in the Portland area, and from 8 until 8:30 on Blog Talk Radio on the internet. Remember, the Skype is Live Lisa Michaels, the Twitter, Live with Lisa, that's Twitter, and then Facebook is Lisa. Do we have somebody on the phone? All right, let's go for it. Go right ahead. Hello.
Hi.
Hi there. Thanks for calling. What's your name?
I'm Carolyn. I want to ask your opinion about the pressure that's on public access across the country. There are a lot of public access stations disappearing, and many of our public access stations, our community television stations here, are in trouble too. They're looking at budget cuts and a lack of support from foundations and whatnot. I'd like you to talk about that, about how important community television is and what we can do to support it, number one. And number two, don't you think we should support a third-party candidate so that we have more choice from not only the Democratic Party, but the Republican Party? I'm going to hang up.
I happen to know a great deal about that. I majored, kind of minored, whatever you call it, in cable television way back in the day at the University of Kansas. There, if you look at your cable bill, you will see a dollar charge on your cable bill. It's PEG, Public, Education, and Government Access. That is supposed to go for all three. The governments are taking the money and they're using it to shore up their fledgling overspent budgets, instead of taking it and using it for what is its intended purposes, and that is to support public education and government access. Now, they really want to keep their education access. They really want to keep their government access. But you know what? What I'm doing is public access, and they don't really care a little bit, much, a hill of beans about what the public access portion of it. They want to shore up their coffers. So we have to keep the pressure on, and by watching our show and calling in and supporting it, do your own show. If they have so many producers doing shows, they won't be able to shut it down. And you can talk about it on every one of your shows. You can talk about the importance of keeping public access. They're talking about possibly even shutting down this one, TVC-TV, in Beaverton, because they say they want the space back for ACMA, the Arts and Communications Magnet School, which is where we do the show. But it's something that really needs to be looked into. Third party, bad idea. So bad, so bad. Let me just talk to you.
I'm going to have to weigh
on
my God,
divide people into hostile groups by constantly harping on controversial matters of no importance. Two words for that. Ross Perot. Go ahead.
Well, technically, I see what she's saying there is that, but the unfortunate thing with third parties is that you are fragmenting that right and left. And to be realistic, the right and the left, the Republicans and the Democrats, are your choices. So I can see, fundamentally, ideologically, I would like to say you should vote for who you really believe in. But then technically, you are giving that vote to a party that you might have not have been in line with. So for me, it's picking the lesser of two evils.
I helped get, I'm purging my conscience. I helped get B.J. Clinton elected. Yeah, because I voted for Ross Perot, and so I'm still like beating myself nightly to punish myself for that travesty. And so no, you do not want to do it. Now, if perhaps I have gone down and signed a petition to get what's the other guy, that real liberal guy, the one that's always an advocate. What is his name? He always runs for perpetuity. He's always about
Nader?
Nader, Ralph Nader.
Yeah.
I went down there and signed it, and the tricky guys in the Democrat Party, they pretended like they were to sign up for him, so they shut the doors, and you had to have a certain number, so it totally blew the whole thing. Anyway, if you're going to split the Democratic Party and get a whole bunch of liberals out there, go for it, all you want. But we have to pick our greatest, most conservative candidates right here in this primary, which you need to have your ballot in by a week. less than a week, this Tuesday, you better get your ballot in.
But there's another thing with the third party, and I think maybe the caller is bringing this up, is that sometimes if you are showing that you're going to vote for that third party, then it puts pressure on the main parties to take up some of those party platforms. So if you really care about libertarianism, or you really care about the Green Party, and they notice that a lot of the votes are going that way, then perhaps the Republican Party should pick up libertarian ideas, or perhaps the Democratic Party should pick up the Green Party ideas. So I can see the benefits of having a third party. I see the negatives of having that as well. So it's up to their own decision.
We got to win. We got to win. We got to get conservatives, and throw out all those rhino Republicans. And I'm not saying that the Republicans have the answer to everything. They aren't the end-all, be-all. But we got to throw them out, and we got to get conservatives in there. So you go over the ballot very carefully and make sure you elect the most conservative person on the ballot. Conservatism works every time it's tried. Liberalism, socialism, communism never works. So we need to do that.